Hey, it's Tom here, Tom from techbait.net, aka crypto blogger, aka Mr. Excitement, because I'm so excited. So anyway, so Fun Strats Thomas Lee, the guy who's always on CNBC and who's Bitcoin bull, has come out and says he thinks that he attributes the recent weakness in Bitcoin and the crashing market to futures expiration. Now, the futures are always there. Ever since they were launched in December, we've had these downturns. So they do play into this big time. But at the end of this article, it's interesting. They don't leave out what we've been saying all along about the CFTC going after four major crypto exchanges: Bitstamp, Coinbase, Itbit, and Kraken, whatever. Um, so they've been providing data for the CME group, which launched the future. So you see, these things are related, right? So, people have been coming out and saying it's this, it's that. It's not the coin rail hack, okay? I mean, they're in the news. And even if you go to my TechBait site here, techbait.net, my news aggregator, which you're free to use, by the way, it's right there. Um, you've got some. This thing picks up news articles, right? It's totally agnostic. It just whatever's there in these feeds, it will print out. Positive or negative, it doesn't matter, you know. So in there, you've got this one thing coming up lately. If they're FUD type article, it'll still bring them up. Um, Bitcoin's greater fools go into hiding. Debunking a major Bitcoin theory. Here it is: Bitcoin to 3,000, two scenarios. So you've got all these kind of here's CoinRail hack, right? So you've got all these things playing together. Um, you got all these things playing together, and you've got, like I said in my last video, you have just the CFTC probe of these things, and this market needs to get cleaned up a bit before big money comes in, and it's like a I don't know if it's a be careful what you wish for scenario, but a lot of people in crypto were perfectly happy without the Wall Street influence, and we know that it brings a lot of gains, but the increased regulatory scrutiny and um, rooting out fraudulent behavior. I mean, if all of a sudden there's trillions and trillions of dollars of assets that will jump in once certain things are cleaned up, all of a sudden a 200 billion or a 300 or a 400 billion dollar market cap, it means nothing. I mean, it looks like child's play compared to several $1 trillion potential market cap, right? Um, and like I said, with groups like the Susquehanna group looking to get in here and proclaiming that cryptocurrency is an asset class that will be around forever. And then now we've got yesterday the SEC clarifying that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities and will not be treated as such. Now, one more thing I would like to see, which I see lacking in all of this government announcement stuff, is where's the IRS on all of this? They don't want to treat it as a currency. It's treated as like an asset, like a commodity for as far as capital gains. And this whole idea of having to pay on every trade is ridiculous because that alone kills Bitcoin and any other crypto's use as a currency. Because who is going to buy anything with it, right? When when every purchase will result in a taxable event. Okay, that's something that I don't see enough people mentioning in the press or the crypto press or anything. And I would love it if you all could go out there and start commenting on that on all these big YouTubers' feeds. Because look, I have a very small subscriber base here. I'm trying to raise it, but you know, some of these guys drop a video. I mean, they can literally fire up YouTube, the camera, and burp into the thing, belch into the thing, and they'll get a couple of thousand, or tens of thousands of views. What I'm trying to say is that if more were said on those channels about it, maybe it would filter through, and get out there more. Me saying it unfortunately isn't going to do much yet. So, yeah, the SEC statement is all fine and nice. What about the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, the tax authority, right? Us regular investors need a break here as far as crypto is concerned, right? I think when everything is a taxable event, it kind of puts the squeeze on whether or not you're going to use. It halts a lot of usage scenarios. Mass adoption suffers, right? But the CFTC thing. I mean, the SEC statement on Ethereum and Bitcoin not being a security is a good thing. Okay, the price came up a little bit, but some of these prices are still really, really low. I mean, Neo at $38 or $40 is insane. The VeChain below $3, insane. If you have money at the ready, I mean, I'd be DCAing personally. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, but if it were me, I'd be DCAing in small amounts, sweeping up cryptos like VeChain, Ethereum, um, Neo, stuff like that. Later on, you could always dump back into Bitcoin if you want to raise your Bitcoin position. So that's about it for now. I have to get ready for work. TGIF. Hopefully, I can get there early enough where I could start my weekend at a decent time today. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share this out. Make sure you go to for your constantly updated tech news. A lot of these topics are constantly showing in these feeds, so you'd be remiss if you don't check that out regularly. All right, thanks. Later.